Dear viewers, greetings. In this video, we are going to see about the bacterium Helicobacter pylori. First, general characteristics of Helicobacter pylori. Helicobacter pylori was previously known as Campylobacter pylori, and it is a gram-negative bacteria, and its shape is spiral rod or helix shaped. Regarding the motility, this Helicobacter pylori are motile in nature due to the presence of Lophotracheus flagella, and it shows corkscrew motility. The size of the Helicobacter pylori is ranging from 2 to 4 micrometer in length and 0.5 to 1 micrometer in width. It belongs to the family Helicobacteriaceae. Capsules absent and endospores also absent. Microaerophilic respiration is observed in the Helicobacter pylori, and this bacterium requires low percentage of oxygen for its growth. Optimum temperature required for the cultivation of Helicobacter pylori is 37 degrees Celsius, and they are unable to grow at below 25 degrees Celsius. Optimum pH for the cultivation of Helicobacter pylori is 6.9 to 8, and regarding the habitat, human stomach is the only known natural habitat of Helicobacter pylori. The Helicobacter pylori was discovered by Barry Marshall and Robin Warren in the year 1980. Barry Marshall and Robin Warren are the Australian scientists, and they received Nobel Prize in Physiology or Medicine category. Disease transmission of Helicobacter pylori. Helicobacter pylori is commonly transmitted person to person by saliva. Helicobacter pylori can also be spread by fecal contamination of food or water. Virulence factors of Helicobacter pylori. The ability of the microorganisms to cause an infection or disease is called as virulence, and the term virulence was first coined by the scientist Louis Pasteur. Virulence factors are the factors which are responsible for causing an infection in human beings, and here Helicobacter pylori have 5 virulence factors. The first virulence factor is flagella chemotaxis system. The second virulence factor is urease, which neutralize the gastric acids. The third virulence factor is adhesins, which plays a major role in adherence to gastric epithelial cells. And the fourth virulence factor is lipopolysaccharides, which induce low inflammatory responses. And the fifth and final virulence factor is cytotoxin associated gene or CAGA gene. This cytotoxin associated gene attack neutrophils and release of proteases and reactive oxygen molecules contribute to gastritis and gastric ulcers. An incubation period required for causing an infection is 3 to 4 days, and the infective dose of Helicobacter pylori required for causing an infection is variable. Pathogenesis of Helicobacter pylori. Helicobacter pylori enters into the body through the mouth, moves through the digestive system, and infects the stomach or the first part of the small intestine. The spiral-shaped bacterium uses its tail-like flagella to move around and burrow into the stomach lining, which causes inflammation. Unlike other bacteria, Helicobacter pylori can survive in the harsh acidic environment of the stomach because they produce urease that neutralizes the stomach acids. The urease react with urea to form ammonia, which is toxic to human cells. Infection occurs in the stomach due to the excess production of urease by Helicobacter pylori through overproduction of stomach acids. Once the Helicobacter pylori have done enough damage, stomach acid can get through the lining, which leads to the ulcers. These may bleed, cause infections, or keep food from moving through digestive tract. Clinical symptoms of Helicobacter pylori infections. Most individuals with Helicobacter pylori infections have few or no symptoms. Some may experience a few symptoms from mild gastritis episodes, which includes minor belching, that is expelling air from stomach through mouth, bloating or belly feels swollen, nausea, vomiting and abdominal discomfort. Individuals who have more serious infection experience the signs and symptoms of stomach ulcer or peptic ulcer or duodenal ulcer or severe gastritis, which includes abdominal pain, nausea and vomiting, sometimes with blood that is red or the dark color, bloody stool, fatigue, low RBC count due to bleeding and full feeling after consuming a small amount of food. Other symptoms includes diarrhea, heartburn and bad breath or halitosis. In some case, patient may feel hungry in the morning. Often the symptoms occur after eating and many times patients waken in the early morning hours with abdominal pain. Finally, Helicobacter pylori have also been associated with iron deficiency anemia due to the chronic internal bleeding. Laboratory diagnosis of Helicobacter pylori. The first diagnostic method is microscopic examination. Under gram staining, Helicobacter pylori was observed as pink colored helical or spiral gram-negative rods. Regarding the motility test, the Helicobacter pylori are motile due to the presence of Lophotrichus flagella and it shows corkscrew motility. Next, histological examination. Under histological examination, biopsy tissue was prepared by using the Gismo strain or silver strain and observed for the histological changes. This image shows the gram staining of Helicobacter pylori. Biochemical test, catalase test positive, oxidase test positive, urease test is strong positive because positive reaction occurred within 1 to 3 hours of incubation. Indole test negative, MR test or methyl red test negative, VP test or Voges-Perrascar test negative and citrate utilization test is negative. The serological test used for the detection of antibodies which are produced against the Helicobacter pylori is enzyme linked immunosorbent assay or ELISA. And for molecular diagnosis, 16S rRNA sequencing and polymerase chain reaction are widely used. Finally, treatment and prevention. Combined therapy with a proton pump inhibitor like omeprazole or macrolide like clarithromycin and beta-lactam amoxicillin for 2 weeks has a high successful rate. Human vaccines are not currently available and for prevention, maintenance of high hygienic standards will reduce the risk of infection caused by the Helicobacter pylori. Dear viewers, that's all about the bacterium Helicobacter pylori. Thank you for your support. Thank you.